Well, my name is Michelle. I have a page called Seek Code. It stands for Sisters Exploring and Advancing Engineering and Technology. I'm an engineer mechanical by trade, but I kind of dabbled in a lot of different types. So I currently work as systems engineering. I did software, and like I said, I got my undergrad degree in mechanical. So engineering and technology is like really hard for people to digest. And I think the main problem that I saw was that when people were learning about engineering technology, they would just, all they thought is that you have to code, which you don't. And I thought that too. And the way I was taught about a lot of engineering, it was like the teachers didn't do a very good job at explaining the broad aspect of engineering and tech. So I wanted to be able to make it easily digestible for people, and at the same time bring it to Black women and minority women particularly, but Black, and an emphasis on Black and Latino women at an early age. So early exposure is like my main goal, showing you that you don't have to be like the image of what Google shows you an engineer is, which is usually like a white male in his basement with like big glasses who like has photographic memory, which I have none. So it's like I wanted to show you what the image of engineer is not always what they try to show you. Well, I guess, that you end up being what you thought you was going to be. So.
So everybody knew. She said, I already knew. Smart, educated, making money.
I think, yeah, for 7, because when I was young, I wanted to be an architect. And I knew it was going to be something in the field of like engineering, architecture. And then as I got older, then that's when I was like, okay, I'm going to do engineering. And then I think more of like what I would tell myself, it wouldn't even be 7 years. It'd probably be when I was in school, was more of that, like what you're dealing with now is going to prep you for the real world. So like I had a conversation with some of my friends before, like some of the things that we dealt with our classmates, with our teachers, were the same exact type of problems we deal with in the corporate America. So, and then actually that what you're learning, you have the ability to learn anything you feel like you want to learn. And I think that's one thing that I didn't think that I actually could learn engineering. And so a lot of times I was like, dang, I just don't get this. So then I think now I'm like, oh, well, I can learn anything. So I think telling myself that you literally have the mind that can learn anything. As somebody who's educating Black women and minority women, I think, so the way technology is going is whether people want to or not, a lot of jobs are going to be automated. And the problem is that a lot of Black people are being left behind in the decision making of those automations, of just a lot of jobs are going to be taken away from people. And I want to make sure I leave like a legacy of education. So when people come on my page, it's not a page for inspiration, really. It's not a like, you can do it type page, once a week maybe, but it's gonna be, it's like more of like, if you come on my page and you're not learning something, then I'm doing something wrong. Because my goal isn't only to be like, hey, women can do engineering. I feel like I already said that. So my goal is to be like, this is the steps for you to actually get to where you want to go. Because I've noticed a lot of things are inspiring, but I need to give you practical steps to hurry up and get where you want to go. You need to learn actual skill sets to get where you want to go. I'm not going to just tell you, you can do it. I'm going to be like, this is how you're going to do it. So. Infographic videos were kind of what I wanted to get into. So I like watching infographic videos that teach you things. So I like hip hop. So I was like, okay, and I personally learned with my music blasting. Other people don't like that, but I do. So I like to learn. So I was like, okay, I'm going to teach you. I think the first video was, what is a BIOS? So I did like, what is a BIOS video? And I used like different infographics, little pieces of cartoons. And then I did an instrumental with Flavor in Your Ear by Craig Mack. So like put the instrumental in the background. So it's like, okay, you're bopping your head to it, but at the same time, you're learning something. I'm somebody who has the ability to learn anything. God willing, I feel like it would be an educational platform. So a place where people can come do courses, learn different skill sets that relate to science, technology, and engineering. Mainly technology and engineering. Big. Burner. Fried plantains. Coffee. Photographic memory. Damaged by Thames. People can find me on Instagram at seat.co.